Senator Mushahid Hussain Sayed, Excellencies, delegates to the conference, distinguished guests. It is my pleasure and also my privilege to welcome you to the conference on 70 Years After Bandung, The Struggle Continues, which is being organized by the Pakistan Institute of International Affairs. I am thankful to Senator Mushahid Hussain Sayed for agreeing to inaugurate this conference. He has always been a friend of our institute. With his brilliant expertise in global politics, he has supported all progressive intellectual endeavors and academic initiatives. Above all, he has an insightful understanding of the nature of our institute's work. And he has a personal association with Indonesia and therefore with Bandung, about which I am sure he will tell us. This conference has been made possible by the generosity of the Sindh government and the patronage extended to our institute by Sayyid Murad Ali Shah, Chief Minister of Sindh, over a number of years. On account of his urgent engagements, especially with the canals issue on the river Indus, he has not been able to join us today. I want to say a few words about the Pakistan Institute of International Affairs, which is hosting this conference. It is Pakistan's oldest society of academic excellence. In modern parlance, you can call it a think tank, which was established in 1947. Thus, it is as old as Pakistan itself. As a non-official association of private members, it has acted as a bridge for 78 years between policymakers and the informed public. Thousands of people, and literally thousands, from all professions and from all walks of life, and from all parts of the country and abroad, have entered its portals and benefited from its academic resources. It has provided, so to say, a welcoming scholarly shelter to everyone. Statesmen all over the world have made foreign policy statements from its platform. Our institute has a very special association with the Bandung Conference, also called the Afro-Asia Conference, held in Indonesia in April 1955. Khwaja Sarwar Hasan, who then headed the institute, traveled to Bandung to help to organize the conference. In an autograph book, he collected the signatures of the stalwarts who graced that conference, and they were really political giants. Zhou Enlai of China, Jamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, Sukarno of Indonesia, U Nu of Burma, Carlos Romulo of the Philippines, Jawaharlal Nehru of India, among others. All these signatures are now part of our archives. Pakistan was represented at Bandung by Prime Minister Muhammad Ali Bogra. The Bandung Conference of 1955 was a historic event, a gathering of leaders from 29 countries which had won independence from colonial rule. In his opening speech, President Sukarno said that it was the first gathering of colored peoples. He also said, "For many generations, our peoples have been the voiceless ones in the world. We have been the unregarded, the peoples for whom decisions were made by others whose interests were paramount, the peoples who lived in poverty and humiliation. Then our nations fought back, they fought for independence." But he warned, "Let us not be deceived. Colonialism is not yet dead." The message from Bandung was respect for the sovereignty of all nations, non-interference in the affairs of other countries, peaceful settlement of disputes, recognition of the equality of all races and of all nations, large or small. 70 years later, we have moved from a unipolar to a multipolar order, but we live in a fragile world with new power alignments, poverty, wars, and human rights violations. Many positive regional initiatives have been taken in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. However, there are armed conflicts in all these continents, involving states as well as non-state actors, and foreign intervention by Western powers. Today, neocolonialism, geopolitical rivalries, genocide, forced displacements, internal and trans-border migration, the scramble for scarce resources, and environmental degradation are rampant across the developing world. But we also witness positive advancements, like the prevalence of cutting-edge technologies, artificial intelligence, and mankind's amazing exploration of the universe. Although there are conflicts in many regions of the world, such as Sudan, Ukraine, Myanmar, Ethiopia, the Sahel, and the wider Middle East, Israel's war in Gaza, because of its sheer impunity, is the most painful. The sheer brutality and the pity of it all. It is a civilizational war, backed by powerful countries, which aims at eliminating the very identity and existence of the Palestinian people. It has flattened out and reduced Gaza's infrastructure to rubble, blockaded the entry of humanitarian assistance, and tortured and killed thousands of Palestinians, wiping out the cream of Palestinian society, including professionals, academics, doctors, lawyers, and journalists. Today, it is using starvation as a weapon of war. Even unarmed aid workers, members of UN agencies and the Red Crescent Society, ambulances, and community kitchens, apart from hospitals, have been targeted. With utter impunity, Israel has broken every single tenet of international humanitarian law and the acknowledged rules of war. In conclusion, thanking you again, Senator Mushahid Hussain, I want to quote from the poem full of pathos by the famous Palestinian intellectual Rifat al-Harir, who was killed along with all his family members in December last year by an Israeli airstrike. He wrote, "If I must die, you must live, to tell my story, to sell my things, to buy a piece of cloth and some strings, so that a child somewhere in Gaza, while looking heaven in the eye, awaiting his dad, who left in a blaze and bid no one farewell, sees the kite, my kite you made, flying up above, and thinks for a moment, an angel is there, bringing back love. If I must die, let it bring hope, let it be a tale. If I must die, you must live." Thank you.